to Gourmet to Stay, episode 13. My favorite Japanese food by far is sashimi. The only real argument I ever have with myself is which fish is best.
My tuna is far superior. Better than any fish you have. Ha 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 ha.
I prefer the Yellowtail because they're so cute and cuddly. But then again, what do I know?
Well, I don't really have a preference either way. I just eat whatever they give me.
This week we're doing fish tacos Japanese style. Let's go sharpen the knives and get cooking.
We're going to start by sharpening our knives to slice easily through this fish, using a 2-grain whetstone. As I tilt this knife, you can see that there's a textured bevel and then a very fine edge that we're going to sharpen. Whetstones are porous rocks, so you want to soak it for about 5 minutes to an hour before use. Place the edge flush against the whetstone and work it back and forth all the way across the knife. A fillet knife like this has an angle of about 5 degrees, but the angle will vary based on the type of knife and the type of edge you use. Thoroughly wash your knife afterward because it will lose a lot of metal during sharpening, and test for sharpness. The fish we'll be using today are ahi tuna and a yellowtail, both sushi grade. We're going to brush it first with a very simple marinade just to kick up the flavor. To add that textural crunch element to our tacos, we're going to make an Asian slaw using this cabbage. This was probably the most successful part of the dish. My wife just wouldn't stop eating it. I almost had to make a second batch. And we'll finish this all off with some Furikake seasoning. It includes nori, which is a type of Japanese seaweed. And what goes better with sashimi than a little seaweed? I'm also going to make 2 easy spicy mayos that will be drizzled over the top. And now it's time to sear the fish. Over high heat with no oil, we're just gonna kiss the pan with these fish. You wanna barely sear the outside so that it's still raw in the middle. And we're gonna use this same pan to heat up our tortillas. In a future episode, I will make some tortillas from scratch. But these are the next best thing. Locally sourced, freshly made that day. This is the mistake a lot of people make with fish. Notice how difficult it is to slice. That's because we're cutting against the grain. What you want to do is cut across the grain, usually about a 45-degree angle, and the knife glides right through. And we'll do the same thing with the yellowtail. Thelma's getting impatient, so let's put these suckers together. I filled the bottom with some leftover sushi rice. If you'd like the recipe, it's in the description. Wasabi mayo on one side, Sriracha aioli on the other. A little furikake over the top, and we're all done. These tacos are everything you want in a fish taco. So fresh. Good acidity and crunch from that slaw. The sauce is a nice touch. And you don't need to argue over which fish is best, because you don't have to choose.
It doesn't really matter what I say because I'm gonna dump over it all. I'm gonna dub everything anyway, so I can say whatever I want.